Yes, my friends, perimenopause is protected in the workplace. You are protected when you're going through this life change, which can last sometimes a 10-year period, can be much briefer. The onset, the average onset age of menopause, right, which is defined as the cessation of ovulation, right? Your period stops for 12 consecutive months, you're in the menopause, right? But the transition to menopause, which is also known as perimenopause, can start at the age of 35 to 55, within that range. Sometimes it's much more brief. Sometimes it could be 10 years worth of this hormonal diminishment and all that goes with it, which include insomnia, irritability, confusion, brain fog, rage, all kinds of symptoms that are often misdiagnosed, by the way, by the medical community, that'll gives you 10 minutes when you go see your primary care doctor, and they're listening to the symptoms and they don't necessarily put two and two together if they're not doing a full endocrine panel. And if you're not sort of self-educated about this, often it is utterly missed. Many women don't know. But if you do know, if you're just not feeling like yourself, starting in mid to late 30s, and you do suspect the time between your periods becoming shorter, all of the beginnings, right, of what is defined as the transition to menopause, i.e. perimenopause. It is a sex-specific, age-related impairment, temporary change. It's a natural limitation. It's a universal life change, but it's only affecting women of a certain stage. It's only affecting older women. Therefore, your employer is required to engage with you if you raise the issue and accommodate you, be flexible with you, because it's required. Otherwise, it would be differential treatment based on sex and age, like full stop. And if you don't do it because it's none of their business, because you think it's shameful, it's a taboo, which it still is, and we should be normalizing, well, then all that's happening is, if you're irritable, for example, and you snap at someone at work, or if you fall asleep in a meeting, or if you get a moment of brain fog and you're not explaining it or asking for assistance or support, and of course companies should be notifying women of this and supplying this support without women specifically asking for it. But if you don't, well, then you'll be held accountable for those lapses and for your irritability, and you may be fired or you may quit because you'll self-exile from the workplace because you don't know what else to do about it. So here's the thing. Don't do that. Don't quit. Raise this issue. Raise the specter of what's going on with you at work, because your company, you'll be surprised, they know it. HR knows this. They may not say it, and they can't point yet. We can't point yet to a specific law, just like we couldn't point to a specific law with pregnancy until just last year. That didn't mean it wasn't actually protected. It was. It is. So is perimenopause. It's a sex, age, and disability-specific condition, impairment, natural life stage that you're going through that will require your company to be flexible and to not treat you worse because you're requesting it. And if that happens, that's illegal. Okay, so it's good to use your juice and get what you need. Otherwise, all that's going to happen is your company may just take it out on you because you didn't notify them of what's really going on with you.